drop a like and do share. Leave your comments and do not forget to subscribe for more videos.
Hello and welcome to Edupedia world.
Till now what we have done. So far what we have done is we have declared the basic concepts. So this is how, remember, you can use this folder structure and things in your application too. So what we have done is basically we have taken a folder, we have started with Index.html, we have taken a Component.js where it is useful in Fury. So in this Component.js we have declared some routing mechanism, and we have taken so far. Now we declared all that information. Now the time to start our application now. So our application starts in create content, and initially we are using a split app for this application. Split app, in the split app we have master and detail page. So how we're gonna create that, how we're gonna write the code, we're gonna see that now. Yeah, so like that we'll be getting a status value like warning and success. We'll be seeing programmatically later. Just understand in the master view.xml we have used it. Okay, so what we are trying to do is what we have taken initially the search bar, and we are trying to get the list, and then we are trying to display with the formatters. So swipe content is also there. When it is in mobile, it will be useful. So the next, now, so once we click on any of the master list, so we're gonna call this function. So in this function, what we're gonna call, so I'm going to close all others. So yeah, so once I click on this object list item, then I want to navigate to the particular detail page. So that logic we need to write it down. So it's detail view.xml we want to navigate to. So what we're gonna do in master controller, so in this master controller, write this jQuery.sap period required, because we want to use a formatter, so that's the reason we'll be having this. So the next is SAP UI controller. So this is how we're gonna extend this SAP UI5 application. So on in it we're gonna write it down. So this is normally a controller, like any other controller. We will be writing master.controller. So in this what we are trying to do is we have initially router we have taken, because we need to use a router instance everywhere, because we want to navigate from one view to other view. So we're gonna use this. So similarly we're gonna use for the bus too. So bus is nothing but SAP UI5 get code.get event bus. So there are two routing concepts, always remember. One is event bus and another one is routing. So we have seen in the routing example how the routing is done. Another way is event bus. So event bus is normally getting the instance of this. You have to subscribe and publish. Remember these two things, subscribe or publish. So once the bus subscribe, so subscribe is in the sense we have to define whenever this event is called, that time it will subscribe to this particular method will be called. So data subscribe, so data subscribe first name and then the function this dot select detail. So this dot select detail will be called whenever you write publish app and data loaded, that time it will be called. So I'll tell you how it works. So now remember, first to handle data loaded events we are using event bus. So bus is, first you have to get the instance of this bus and then subscribe it. Subscribe is whenever data is loaded, so we are publishing it. So I'll create the publish method. So we're gonna see publish. 1 second, Control H. Publish. So once we do publish, so we're gonna see I have searched for publish. So how I have searched for publish is wherever it is used, you have to use Control H. So once you get Control H, and you'll get this type of pop-up, and then you can go and do a file search, and you have to type the text which you want to search throughout the workspace scope, or you want to check in the selected resources, you can do that as well. So in enclosed projects also you can do different types of search, you can do where exactly you want to search. So there is a selection also available. So there are two things. So whenever there is used publish, see, this is how we're going to use publish. So this is publish, select detail. So app, that is for app is a name, the master name, and then it is called for the next. So in the component.js, here we have called publish. Whenever the model is refreshed or the model is added, that time data loaded is called. So this is how you publish. So before publishing you have to subscribe it. So how you subscribe with a function. So this function will be executed. That means simply when you publish that event app comma the data loaded, then this function will be called. So what is there in this function? So you can check control and then select on this. Once you click on it, it will be navigating to that particular function, so which is inside this controller. So in this list, so what I'm trying to do is I'm getting the list and items. So list is nothing but the list control. So in this list control we have items. So I'm getting get items, and then if it is in phone, then get selected true, or if not, the list selected item is true. If not, no. Then show details item 0. So if it is in desktop only, this refresh will be 1. If it is a tablet or tablet also, it should. If it is phone, then we see a master page only. So we don't need anything to be selected. So we can manually select and it will be navigating to that particular page. So we have done it. And then the search, if it is touch phone, then the search bar will be aggregated than the search bar if it is touch. So we have taken a bar and then page and insert the aggregation bar 1. So this means move the search bar below the pull to refresh on touch devices. That's it. For that we have written this code. And the next, so selected detail we have seen. Now handle refresh. So first, this refresh is used when you pull, like handle the refresh, when you refresh the master list. So that time, so where that equal to this they have taken, and see SAPUI demo.model config.is mock, then just refresh that and set timeout. Else trigger the search item. First I'll be taking an instance of list, and then I'll bind items, and then handler will be called data, attach data received. So when you receive the data, this will be updated, update list. So first, when this means pull to refresh will be hidden, and detach data received. So once the data is received, then it will be going to the update list. a placed list. So whenever we use underscore, it's a private function. So updated list it will go, and it's filters I'm taking because when you refresh or search, we can use the same function. So overview, that means the view of that particular page, and then we're gonna check the search string, whatever it is searched, and then overview dot search field and get value will give you the search field value, and then we're gonna apply filter to it. So SAPUI.UI.model.filter option contains that particular search, then we're gonna push that filter. And it is select and then key, get selected key. So the key will be coming up, and then we're gonna append it to the thing. So this is a filter map. So filter map is the thing which you have already selected. This key is filter select. This is search field. So there's the two things, don't get confused. So this is the one. This is the one which you want to search for. Another one is this one, this filter. So both we are writing in an updated list itself, because you want to select. See, once if you have selected this and you want to check in here only, so you need to get the list, right? See, more than 500, this is gone. No, if you don't put this function and this function in one, it will be different. See, it will be like this whenever you do any search. So you want something selected to be existed, right? So we're gonna use the same thing. You can have this search and filter in one function. That's what I have done there. And then I'm going to push the filters to there, and then binding. End of the day, you have to bind it. List, then binding, and bind filters. And this is how the list will be updated. And another one is update info tab too, because it should be selected, right? So this is how. So S name, select get selected text, overview dot select name. So if it is already selected, then it will be selected. It will not deselect. So this is how. And now next is we're gonna see when the item is pressed. So list select. So we're gonna have this function handle select. Whenever we press the master list, it will go to this list items press. Whenever you press, then this dot show detail. So you are navigating to the detail page now. So this will go to this particular function, and then you'll get the path, whatever you have selected. And then, so how do you get the path? O item get binding context dot get path will give you the path. And then you're taking an object. So whenever you take a path, and from the model you'll get it, the object ID. So, and you're sending it to the view, that is detail view. And this is done. And so, and approve and reject also you are handling it, because this is a one bar itself. Okay, whenever you approve and reject and forward, you're doing the operation here only. So when you press handle select approve, so you want to check, you can check it here. Approve, Control F, approve. Okay, approve. So approve, reject, and I think you are doing it here also. Okay, accept type, then you're calling this here. So when you approve, so the list will come, the instance of that list, and whenever you swipe, list.getItem will be coming up, and then swipe out means the swipe will be going out. So I'll basically show you that. So how do you check in the mobile view is F12. I'm going to refresh this. Once I refresh, the normal content will be there. I'm going to put it in the side. And then how we're going to see it in mobile is toggle device mode. That's the beauty of this Google Chrome. So you can select the device, whatever device you want to check. I will be checking on iPhone 6. And once I select this, what you have to do, you can refresh it. So I'm going to refresh this. So once I refresh, you'll get it. So this is how it works in mobile. So it is taking some time to refresh. So we're waiting for SAP to load. So yeah, it is going to take some time. Then it's going to. So it's already available. So you can go back for this. So once you, yeah, this is what. So when you swipe this, see approve button. It's coming, right? So right when you swipe, see approve button like that. So when you swipe, see approve button. So this is what you are trying to do, and then it is swipe out. Right? This is what you are going to do. So and when you're clicking on this, it is navigating to particular detail page. So this is how it will be in mobile. And then you have notes. Notes. Once you click notes, it will come. And then this similarly we have for the info. Okay. So we'll see the detail page in a while, but first let's think about approve, which is there here. And this approve, see, this approve, reject and forward is in detail page, not in master page. Okay, so this approve, only approve is here. So we'll talk about this approve. Straight away you can do approve over here itself. In this file, you can do approve. So we'll go here. This is how we are getting the resource bundle, what of the text has been called, and then we are getting the instance of the list, and then swiped item, what of the item is swiped, and then we are putting a busy indicator, and in this busy indicator we are showing the cancel button as well. We are not showing because we are putting it false, and then we are putting a title there because we are getting a text from the bundle. Then we are closing it. So once it's closed, so O model list will be updated. So how it is going to update? So we have a data O model and data, and old collection is O data.purchase control. Now new collection will be deleting that particular ID. So we're gonna jQuery grep means old collection, and detail page whatever it is selected, it is been swiped out. So we're gonna remove that. Grep means it will be removed. This particular ID will be removed, and then we are putting OData dot purchase order collection new data, and we are setting the model data new one. So new work is updated, and then we're gonna publish select detail. So you know how the select detail works. So select detail will be published somewhere. So once you select detail, so when you select that, whatever it is happening, that will show up here. So this is how the master controller is. So the next one is, it will be moving to the detail view. So now detail view.xml. So once it is detail view.xml, then we have here. So this is how a detail page is. So we have a controller name, and then we have a page. So inside this page we have the content. So the content is object header. So we're going to see the page first. So once we click on any of the detail page, once it's clicked, we have something called, so when you go up, we have the header information, right? So we have the header information here, like, so this need to be repeated, and info, notes, attachments. There are 3 tabs, and then so you're gonna scroll down. So you have items, and once you click on items, it will be navigating to some other page. And then you can go back. So this is what we're going to do it in detail view.xml. So in detail view.xml, we have taken ID, and we taken number, and we have taken a number unit, and then we have attributes. Inside this attributes we have text. So in this text we are using a formatter, because created at is a formatter. So created at, the date will be in a date format. So we have specified one format for this entire application. So we're gonna use that date format throughout the application. So this is the text, and created by name, and then the first status. So like any other Fury application, it's one and the same. So we're gonna have the header like this. This is nothing but a Fury template, so we are using this Fury standards. So object status, when there is a text, and there's an order status description, and then we have something called state, and inside the state we have a path, and again there's a status. So we're going to set status with the existing description. Now this icon tab bar. So we have 3 icon tab bars. One is info, one is attachments, and another one is notes. So detail info, notes, see the key is the main one. So key, notes, and attachments. So if you want to have any questions on attachments or any tab, then we can cross check with the demo kit which is available. So icon tab filter. So we have an info, and then the icon is hint for the information, and we are calling different views. Now we already have a master view, detail view. Inside this view we are calling 3 other views. One is detail info, one is detail attachment, and another one is notes. So this is how, so depending on the key it will be loaded. So yeah, first is detail info. This is the detail info. We'll see once you click on this, also select tab selected. See, by default what we are trying to do is we don't want to load 2 views at once. So what we do is, when this content is lazy load, So why we are putting a lazy node? Actually, it is good to have it. There are 3 views which is attached, right? So by default, we are showing it first one, detail info, right? Detail info will be loaded. So just to run our application faster, we are doing this. So first, the detail info will be loaded. So detail info will be loaded. Then when you click on nodes and attachments, that will be loaded. So how it is handled is, we can select this handle tab select in the detail view control. So once here you want to use Control F, select C, you're getting the parameter and that particular view is loaded. We'll see that logic in detail after. Just remember, like we are putting select handle and we are handling it in the handle select. So why we are doing to run faster. And thing is, if nodes and attachments have a heavy data, suppose if you think attachment will have so much of data, maybe it may be an almost 100 to 200 MB of files, like you want to display or something, or you want to read. So it's going to take some time. So if you want to display those items, so it's always good to have in KB's attachments, but if it is more, then it's okay. But it will take a lot of time to load this detail page itself. If you load your, if you write your code here like this, detail info, if you are wanting to append that particular view over here, it is going to take some time. So let it append, let it render when you click on attachments. So that is why. So when you click on attachment, then it will be loaded, that particular page. And then next is table. The table is what you'll be seeing in the bottom. So we have line item list and then items. So we're gonna run purchase order. So once we got the object, we are passing it over here and we're gonna append this data. So we have a columns, like a table column we are doing. So first header information, whenever you click on header, then drop down list we have placing. So here we are placing an item and then there is a button, list button. So when you click on it, you want to sort things. So that is what been introduced here. We'll go to the code and see whenever you press on that, so this particular handle line item view changes executed. So handle list item view change toolbar, and we are putting a columns now below this. So first we'll see handle line item view change, how this has been executed in detail controller. Control F, you want to place that. So this is how it is changed. So inside this, so this dot line item view dialog, if it is already open, then you're not showing up. If it is not, then you're trying to show this view. So you're sorting everything here and you're confirming it. Okay, so what is this dot line dialog means? So you're trying to open and fragment this dot line. So this is view setting dialog. So SAP.m view setting dialog will have a dialog box which will give you a product quantity as text, delivery date and thing, and in this sorting one you'll have a selected true. First one will be selected true and some other one will be there. So you can have ascending and descending. By default it will come. See, like when you go here, when you click on here, see ascending, descending, we are not doing anything, but it is automatically comes ascending, descending, and your list 1 2 3 4, you have given product, quantity, delivery date and price. So product, quantity, delivery date and price. So we never mentioned anything of ascending or descending anywhere. So but when you select this, ascending, descending will take it. So this is how you're gonna do sorting. and once you get the information like of the product and you want to sort, you are now update it to the model. After confirmation, you will update it to the model. So model will take care of it, and view ID, and these items will be updated. So once you do binding.sort and sorter. Sorter is, how do you use sorter? We have seen it in the sorter class. So SAPUI5.model.sorter and sorter path, whatever you want to sort the key, and then it is ascending or descending, you'll be mentioning it. And if it is this means params.sort descending, by default it is false, and it will be depending on the selection, ascending or descending, it will be automatically updated. So we're gonna see this also. Param in the live scenario will be same, param descending. So this is a binding. So once the data gets binding, then you'll get the list of items, and then once you click on handle select, so there will be list of, see, line item press. So the drop down will give you the sorting techniques, and then we'll be moving on to the table now, header table, so which has 5 columns now. So product, quantity, delivery date, and price. And then the navigation is true, so it automatically will go. So automatically I'll cancel this first. So see here, can you see greater than symbol? That means the navigation is true. So once the navigation is true, then it will be navigating to other line item page. So when you press back, you come here. You press back, it will go to your master. So we'll see that now. So it is handle line item press. So this is the navigation, and inside this, each field we want to display one text. So in the identifier we have a text like product name and product ID will be in one column, and another one is quantity. The quantity comes with a measurement, and then we have a delivery date that is sent to the formatter to format the date and send it back. And we have an amount and the currency code in the last column. So we'll go there and we'll see. Yeah, once we click on here, so there are the list of items. See, one. When we click on any of the items, it will be navigating to the line items. So
Thank you for watching Edupedia World. Stay tuned for more videos.